Final countdown. Welcome to Bracket Bastards, a podcast where we take a bracket of 32, 64, 128 and more and banter our way down to a winner. As always, I am your humblest of hosts, Freddie Fisher, and this is Liz.
Hi.
John. I'm John.
I'm Elizabeth. I'm trying to become a CPA.
I'm John. That's all there is.
I'm just Jackie.
And that's right. It's me, Jimmy, a.k.a. half of the Blues Brothers, along with a fish called Harvey, who is next to me. We're trading places, though, for a top-secret reason, though, having to do with Wall Street. The cops have their way. Then all I can say is that they're going to be calling Harvey Scarface pretty soon, and my eye will be the color purple. Damn Beverly Hills cops got my boy wearing a full metal jacket. All we were doing is raiding the last arc so Harvey could get the last starfighter and get some risky business done with his Spaceballs. But that's okay. The super... Fuck, wrong shirt. Super ODB. The Super ODB is here to terminate all the Batmen. So let's get started in this here Caddyshack. Come get these balls, beaches.
I'm definitely leaving that in.
Ladies and gentlemen, the poor man's Lanny Poffo. I give it to you right there.
Oh, my God, the genius. Oh, he even looks like him a little bit if you think about it. Oh, it's there. Oh.
It's homeless Lanny Poffo.
Oh. I get no respect.
Oh, my God. Hi, I'm the guy after the guy. Yes.
Damn straight.
Harvey here, host of Men of the Prize, the podcast, and co-host of Love is Black, the podcast that I co-host with the hot wife, Carice. And we're talking about my favorite decade. Again, I don't have much to say. I love what we're talking about. I get joyous when we speak about the best decade ever. So let's do this. And let's get it popping. Can you get rid of the Will Smith backing? I mean, like, what is that?
Hey,
what is that?
One, it's your lucky screen, and two,
it's my lucky screen.
And two, you're supposed to be the quieter Dan Aykroyd Blues Brother, not the loud one. So.
Nah, I'm the Aretha Franklin. I'm the waitress that was at the coffee shop, and I'll just start singing for no reason. How about that?
Well then, sir, I'll take 6 whole chickens.
You money fool.
Brian.
Hey guys, I'm Brian from thedailydink.com, and I just woke up a little bit ago, so I don't have any witty comebacks and movie references right off the top of my head yet. But hey, check out thedailydink.com. We got a lot of cool content, and I'm excited to get into this one, guys.
And with that, we have 7 people here, which means we are all voting today. I'm not only your host, I am voting as well, ready to mess up these boards. And this episode is dedicated to the 80s. This is the final 80s movies bracket. We are down to a total of 33 because last week, Coming to America made it to the finals. It will be facing somebody in this field of 2. And we need to get this shit started. So I start us off. We have there are a couple easy matches. This is not one of them. We have Back to the Future versus Trading Places. I will be going with Back to the Future on this one. I do love Trading Places. It's a really funny movie, but Back to the Future is iconically 80s. When you think of 80s movies, Back to the Future is the number one movie that a majority of people think about it. So it will be going and getting my vote. Liz?
I got to go with Back to the Future. It's such a good movie.
John?
Back to the Future. For sure.
Jackie?
I had to wait 2 hours to ride to that Back to the Future ride, so I'm going Back to the Future. It's iconic, like you said.
With that Back to the Future, we'll be moving on. But Jeremy?
Yeah, well, actually, okay. You know what? Since Back to the Future is moving on, then I got to give it to fucking
the other one.
Trading Places. I mean,
Yeah, the other one.
See, I had Blues Brothers stuck in the head now, and it's both Dan Aykroyd. So fuck. But yeah, Trading Places. I'll go with Trading Places. Since Back to the Future's already winning, obviously.
Trading Places gets a vote. Harvey.
It doesn't even matter anymore. Like the wind just blowing out of my sails. Like by the time it got to Jeremy, it was a wrap. Eddie Murphy had a phenomenal 80s. Bunch of good movies. So did Michael J. Fox, though. So can't sleep on either one of them. So let's go with the winner. Let's go with Back to the Future.
I mean, you technically could sleep on Michael J. Fox. It vibrate a lot. Might feel good.
Dude, leave that man alone.
Oh, that was low.
Damn.
I love Michael J. Fox, but that had to be made. That had to be made.
Oh man,
Brian finishes out.
You know, it might just be an age thing with me. I like 48. I like Trading Places. I can't even remember the other one because I'm in love with Back to the Future so much. It just meant more to me. I was right in that age group where like you're going to the theater, you're seeing it. It's like all wrapped up. Where I just missed the other one maybe by like 5 or 6 years because of my age. So I'm gonna go Back to the Future.
It's a good weed strain there, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Trading Places avoids the sweep with Back to the Future, moving on to 6-1 to the next round. Liz starts us off on this one. We have American Werewolf in London versus Airplane.
Oh, I'm going Airplane.
Airplane gets a vote. John
Don't call me Shirley. Yeah, you know it's Airplane.
gets another one. Jackie.
Hands down, Airplane.
Jeremy.
Apparently, some people haven't seen American Werewolf in London, apparently, because that is the best transformation in the fucking history of werewolf movies. And it's a damn good movie, too.
It is.
Airplane's classic. It is. I mean, it's no Caddyshack, but it's a good movie. But, I mean, freaking American Werewolf in London all freaking day. I mean, it's an amazing movie.
It's not a winner yet, but Harvey.
That's a pretty interesting vote. Yeah, let's do Airplane. Airplane gets my vote.
With that, Airplane does get the win. Brian.
I gotta go American Werewolf in London. I can be known as a movie snob sometimes, and sometimes that so stupid it's funny humor is kind of lost on me. So I gotta go American Werewolf in London.
Airplane is going to be moving on 4-3 because I'm going to give my vote to American Werewolf in London, mainly because of that scene that Jeremy was talking about. The entire the transformation scene is a very, very iconic scene. So I'm going to give it props just for that reason. I do personally believe that Airplane is the better movie, but American Werewolf deserves my vote just because of that. So 4-3, it moves on to the next round. John starts us off. We have The Color Purple versus Die Hard.
I'm going to go Die Hard, despite it being a Christmas movie. I get tired of that debate, but
it is a Christmas movie. But Die Hard gets to vote. Jackie.
There's such different genres of movies.
yeah.
I'm going to go Die Hard.
Gets a vote. Jeremy.
Yeah, this is fucked. But you don't see Whoopi Goldberg yelling "Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker!" So I gotta go with Die Hard.
It gets a vote. Harvey.
She did with Ted Danson. Come on.
Oh my god! I don't think I want her screaming "Yippee-ki-yay." I don't think that would be fun. This is an '80s bracket. That's the way I have to vote about this because Color Purple is 10 times the movie Die Hard is, but of course different genres. But
You can vote however you want. That's
yeah, I know.
That's your own thing. Don't say you have to vote a certain way. That is your own restrictions.
I have to rationalize this, man. Leave me be. So, I don't know if there's any other movie in the '80s that's even close. I mean, kind of Color Purple. So I can go with Die Hard comfortably with this one. So yes, I will go with Die Hard.
Die Hard gets a vote and the win on that one. Brian.
I'm gonna go with Die Hard 2. I didn't see The Color Purple till way later. I was in that age group where I think it would have been lost on me, the message. I was such an adolescent. I was just a stupid teenager. What did I know at the time? So I watched it later on in life, which it kind of meant a little more and absorbed a little better. But so when I think of 80s, I think Die Hard, and then I think Color Purple later on. Just my rationality.
The Color Purple. We'll be getting my vote on this one, but it got a really, really stupidly bad seed on this one. Die Hard is an iconically 80s movie. It is, I believe, is Alan Rickman's first movie that he was ever in as well, and he played almost the star role, like he was a secondary to that. So having to do that just kind of makes me love that man a little bit more. However, The Color Purple, being a completely different movie than Die Hard, I personally think The Color Purple is a film that has a better message. It's not something you can watch on the daily like Die Hard is, but it deserves the props that it should be getting, but it's not currently. Liz, finish this out.
I gotta go with Die Hard. Any movie that Alan Rickman is in, I'm like, yes, please. And that one is so good.
The Color Purple avoids the sweep with a 6-1 Die Hard moving on to the next round. Jackie starts us off. We have Batman versus Risky Business.
Is it 89 Batman?
It's the only Batman.
Okay.
In the 80s. We had the discussion last time. I'm pretty sure it's the only Batman in the 80s. And Jeremy's like, it's the only superhero movie in the 80s. I'm like, no, Howard the Duck is in there too, so don't even start with me.
You're very adamant about Howard the Duck being a superhero.
I know. Are we going to go down this rabbit hole again?
Dre. Shout out to Dre out there, by the way. I don't he's watching right now, but Dre is doing a worst movies of all time. Howard the Duck is on that list, and it made my top 4. So here's that. Anyway, Jackie, Risky Business or Batman?
I'm keeping Batman. I loved Jack Nicholson in that.
Gets a vote, Jeremy.
And the reason he loves Howard the Duck so much, it's an anatomical thing. We're not going to get into it, but I will say that, yeah, it's Batman. I mean, it's not the best Batman by any means, but it's better than Risky Business.
Gets a vote, Harvey.
It is the best Batman. Let's just get that out the way. The best Batman played by an actor. It's that. The best Joker, the best Batman, and the best Joker were in that Batman. Let's just get that out the way.
You're getting delusional. You're getting delusional in your old age, man.
Dude, nah, bro, no. If you want to be Joker, it's Jack first. If it's Batman, it's Michael Keaton first. Everybody is below. The other movies were cute. They were nice. Oh, we're dark, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. That Batman, 89, campy, it was just more fun by far. So that is definitely my pick. Risky Business was okay. Didn't really do it for me. The Train, that was fun. But, there's other movies. I could watch Porky's and get the same effect. So it's Batman.
Brian?
Even though one of my favorite scenes of all time is when he's calling the prostitute out of the phone book, and the guy shows up at the door, and his eyeballs are all big. I love that scene so much. But I still got to go Batman. Batman 80. Come on, it's the best. It's the greatest. And I just want to. This isn't coming out of anywhere. This isn't a spoiler. I know nothing. This is just out of my head. How amazing would it be at the end of The Flash if Jack made a quick appearance as the Joker? It's the multiverse. Anything can happen. I'm just saying.
That'd be awesome.
No, there's gonna show up that video of Prince dressed as Joker.
Batman is moving on. I will be going with Batman as well on this one. I'm not a huge fan of Risky Business. That one scene is iconic in that movie as far as that's only what I can think of currently. But Batman is a damn good movie. I will say, though, as far as best Batman of all time, and I will get heat for this, but I don't fucking care.
Wow.
I want to see a second Pattinson movie.
I haven't seen that one yet.
And compare the two Keaton Batmans, the Batman 1 and 2 with Keaton versus Batman 1 and 2, or sorry, the Batman with Pattinson with that one, because they're going to be two completely different series. But I prefer Pattinson's Batman over Keaton's Batman.
Thank you.
Because he is quite literally, he's not a superhero. He's more of an anti-hero if you actually think about it, because he smashes people's face in, but he's not a good guy at all. So you have Keaton, who's trying to be the good guy in the situation, but he's not. Batman is not meant to be the superhero in this situation. He's a hero, but he's an anti-hero. And he's not even, and it kind of adds a certain funny spin to it, which doesn't really help the situation. Pattinson, on the other hand, in that movie is a badass, and he gets a lot of shit for Twilight, but every other movie that he's done, like The Lighthouse, for instance, has been freaking fantastic. So,
did you say The Lighthouse is a good movie? Are you fucking kidding me?
The Lighthouse is a damn good movie. It has Willem Dafoe in it as well.
I mean, if you want to watch Pattinson jerking off in it, then sure. But I mean, I was good on that scene. I was good on that scene.
So the only scene you liked was Robert Pattinson jerking off to a camera?
No, I was good on that scene. Like that scene.
That's exactly how you word that. So I was kind of worried. Liz, Batman, risky business.
I'm going to have to go with Batman. I watched that movie a bunch when I was a kid, and I always enjoyed it. So yeah, I'm going to have to go with Batman.
And John, finish us up.
Tom Cruise sliding in his socks and his underwear. Apart from that, who cares? You got Jack Nicholson. You got Michael Keaton. I'm Batman. Of course, it's Batman.
Batman in a sweep moves on to the next round. Next up, Jeremy starts us off. We have Fox and the Hound versus probably the exact opposite of that movie, Wall Street.
Fuck you, Freddie. But there's the first one. But yeah, I mean, I actually just watched Wall Street this week for the first time ever, and I fucking love that movie. Gordon Gekko is the man. Like, Gordon Gekko all fucking day.
Wall Street gets a vote. Harvey.
This is a harder vote than I thought. I like Fox and the Hound.
I love Fox and the Hound.
Fox and the Hound. I started saying it wrong, so I had to act like that's what I meant to say. No.
Alicia Fox.
Fox.
CJ Plains in the house, by the way, in comments.
Like Guy Fawkes and the
That's Wall Street is 80s. Is very much 80s. Yeah, we'll stick with that.
Wall Street gets another vote. Brian.
I gotta go with Wall Street. Yeah, Wall Street for 80s. Yeah, Wall Street.
That's easy. Yeah.
It is a 3-0 vote right now. I'm going to prevent a sweep in this situation. Fox and the Hound it's a damn good movie. It's something that I think Fox and the Hound sticks with you longer, mainly just because it's probably childhood sadness. But Fox and the Hound sticks with you more emotionally than Wall Street does. And Wall Street's a damn good movie, but for the aspect of I like Fox and the Hound more than I like Wall Street, I got to give it to Fox and the Hound on this one. Liz.
I'm going with Fox and the Hound. That's another one I've watched a bunch, which is not surprising because that's probably something you'd be more likely to watch as a kid. But I don't know. I just always really enjoyed that movie a lot.
Gets a vote, John.
I remember seeing Fox and the Hound in the theater and coming out and like water dripping down my eyes. For the longest time, I thought like the fox died. Of course, that didn't happen, but Don Bluth. But I came out, my eyes water, and my mom's like, "You're crying, aren't you?" I'm like, "No, I'm not crying."
I'm not crying. You're crying.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go with Fox and the Hound. It's a great movie. Don Bluth.
Someone was just cutting onions next to me. That's all it was. Just
it is
onions.
we went from a sweep with Batman to a split decision coming down to Jackie. Is it Wall Street or Fox and the Hound? Which, with your vote, I'm not trying to sway you on this one. I'm just giving information. Would make a complete turnaround in this situation. Fox and the Hound or Wall Street?
I think about the 80s, and nothing represents it more than greed. So I am going Wall Street, and this is definitely a movie I can never show in my business classes.
Yeah.
That will not be on our list.
It's reality.
True, but
yeah, you can show scenes of that. Like, you can show parts of that movie, just not the entire thing.
No.
It's the same thing as like Wolf of Wall Street. You can show parts of that movie, just not certain parts of that movie.
I get requests to show that every single year, and I look at the kids and I'm like, would you rather me be here?
No.
Or watching the movie? No.
Anyway, Wall Street moves on in a split vote. Next up, Harvey starts us off. We have Raiders of the Lost Ark versus Short Circuit.
Never got into the Raiders stuff. Never did it for me. And is there anything better than a robot? 80s? DeBarge on the soundtrack? Come on. Short Circuit for me.
Hey, laser lips.
There's a reason Will Smith kills robots, Harvey.
I don't know. I haven't seen the movie. Don't know.
Brian, Raiders or Short Circuit?
When I was a kid, I had a young mom. My mom was like 21, 20 when she had me. So we go to the movies, and the boy behind the thing had like a little crush on my mom. So he would bring out these giant all the movie posters and give them to me. And we're talking like the big ones. This is before you could get them in the store or anything. And I had a Short Circuit one on my wall. Like that was the main one. Johnny Five's Alive.
Yes.
So this, I'm kind of torn between this one. But man, I think overall, if we're talking 80s and we're talking like what the movie meant to everybody, I think Raiders just gets that little bit of an edge. But man, I love me some Short Circuit.
Oh, vote with your heart. Your heart.
I'm gonna, you know what? To be honest, I'm gonna go for Short Circuit for the exact same reasoning that Brian just said. One of the things about the 80s is tech. Like, they were coming out with a whole bunch of stuff in the 80s, and Johnny Five with the entire robotics and everything else, that is 80s to the core. And it's a funny freaking movie.
I misspoke. I did. You know what? I know if I don't know what the rules are, I'll stick with what I did. But you know, you're right, because when I think of Raiders of the Lost Ark, it's a period piece. I don't think of the 80s just because it was released there. But the 80s, yeah, I do definitely think of the 80s because of the tech. So, however, I don't know what the rules are on that, but
I'm about to explain that actually. I'm gonna go ahead and stick with your vote now, but. As far as that goes, until the last person votes, meaning like if I was the last person and I stated my vote, all votes are still alive. That was changed previously because we had a guy on the show who gave great responses and changed people's minds all the time. So. I'm gonna stick with your Raiders on this one. I will be going for Short Circuit on this one. There's so many quotable moments on that one, especially the entire "Hey, laser lips, your mother was a snowblower." It's just short of your mother was a hamster and your father smelt of elderberries for me. It's just one of those stupid ass insults that I absolutely love. But Short Circuit is an 80s movie through and through, 80s timepiece, 80s storyline, 80s humor. It's Short Circuit. Liz.
I'm gonna have to go with Short Circuit. That was one of those movies that just stuck with me and I enjoyed so much. And like even watching it nowadays, it's still really enjoyable.
John?
Where's the vote at?
It's over.
Is
It's not actually.
Me, him, you. That's 4.
Myself, you, and Liz went
Brian-
for short circuit.
Didn't Brian change his vote, or he didn't change his vote?
No, Brian,
Oh.
unless he wants it, because I stated like with this one, I will stick with it because nobody really knew the rules because we don't do it very often. But I did stick with Raiders for Brian on that one. So
Okay.
it is 3-1 short circuit currently winning.
Okay. As a kid of the '80s, I loved robots, but I wanted to be Harrison Ford. I wanted to be writing that.
An old man with a whip.
Yeah,
Well, and now he's a. I'm not going to say an old man, but he has a whip.
yeah.
He does have
Yeah.
a whip.
Mhm.
I've played with it.
Kinky.
No, it's actually a full
On-
full whip. You will screw yourself up if you're not careful.
I've seen him use it too. Actually, at your guys' wedding, if I remember right, there was some rope tricks,
Yeah.
whip tricks that was absolutely fantastic. So
So I'm gonna have to go with
that was. It's Lost Ark, but
Yeah. We'll go through it.
I'm going to skip Jackie right now for a particular reason that I already know how she's voting, and I think Jeremy does too. But I want her to give her opinion on her absolutely love for this particular subject and give her the most time as she can. Jeremy, Raiders or Short Circuit?
Why you need to do any of this is just why. I mean, she wanted to be with Harrison Ford when she was a kid, not be Harrison Ford.
That's
but-
I was giving her the explanation. Her, not you. Her.
I'm just trying to understand. I'm trying to understand your fucking
You
logic.
You don't have to spoil it. I'm giving her the option.
What's the pitch?
Her the ability.
I'm trying to understand your logic. That's all. But I mean, because I'm going with fucking Indiana Jones. Come
Oh,
on, it's
well, then
Indiana fucking Jones.
It's Johnny 5.
And Indiana Jones will take that whip and nick Johnny
He's
Five's foot in
alive.
half.
Who's Johnny?
Raiders will be moving on, but Jackie, tell us why.
Because it's my Geeky Shirt Friday shirt. He's the obtainer of rare antiquities.
Yay!
I had to wear him today.
That's the reason I skipped her because I wanted her to have that reveal. I seen it earlier when she stood up. So Raiders in a 4-3 split vote again. We'll be moving on to the next round. Brian starts us off. We have Empire Strikes Back versus Little Shop of Horrors.
Fuck you, Freddy!
That's
Oh,
number
man.
2.
Oh man.
From the same person.
And I know I'm in the belly of the beast here, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'm going Empire. I gotta go Empire.
Really?
Yeah. You know what, man? It was the best of them all. It was Empire. It's a story. It had freaking all your effects. It's so 80s. It's not even funny. The big.
You're right. It's not funny. It's a terrible movie. Empire Strikes Back gets a vote. Little Shop of Horror gets a vote because in Harvey's words, Harvey's hashtag Star Wars is trash. So Little Shop of Horrors giving my vote. One, it's a musical. It's not necessarily a musical I like. I have stated that multiple times, but musicals since high school got me into theater. I absolutely love theater. I met Liz through theater, actually. That's where we originally met through that one. So Little Shop of Horrors, which I would love to see as a high school show. I really would. I think it'd be absolutely fantastic. But Little Shop of Horror gets my vote. Liz, is it Empire or Little Shop of Horrors?
That's a difficult choice because Little Shop of Horrors has so many entertaining moments about it, and it's got Rick Moranis in it, so like you can't go wrong with that. But I'm gonna have to go with Star Wars, partially because of the fact that like that one of like the things that I had in common with my dad was like sci-fi stuff, And I grew up watching Star Trek and Star Wars with my dad. And I just, it's just one of those things. I love watching those movies for those reasons.
See, Harvey, Freddy, you're betraying your daughters. You're betraying your daughters, just like Darth Vader did.
Dude, my daughter hates Star Wars more than me.
Oh my God.
I will at least say, I will say that there is one good Star Wars movie. Out of all of them, there's like 30 of them now. There's one good Star Wars movie.
The
Christmas
last
special?
one.
Christmas.
No. The best Star Wars movie of all time is Spaceballs.
I mean, yes. I won't disagree with you. That is a good one.
And that one has Rick Moranis as well. So there's that.
True.
Empire gets Liz's vote. John, is it Empire or Little Shop of Horrors?
I don't know if you can tell. It's
Nice.
Darth Vader kayaking.
Nice.
But that being said, Steve Martin, I want to be a dentist.
Oh my God.
I'm going Little
be
Shop of
a
Horrors.
dentist.
Even I'd take the Roger Corman version over.
Agreed.
It is a tie game with.
Yeah, we watched those back to back. The original Roger Corman Little Shop of Horrors, and then the 80s Little Shop of Horrors, and they're both good.
Which, when we watched the 80s version, apparently there's two different endings.
We watched the director's cut with
And
our
it's
movie
like,
group.
It's depressing at the end.
It's a tie game 2-2. Jackie, is it Empire or Little Shop of Horrors?
I love Little Shop of Horrors, but y'all know my rule. I do not vote against Harrison Ford, so I'm going with Empire.
I will let you know that Raiders and Empire have the ability to meet later on.
Don't do that to me. I don't have my inhaler in
So
Raiders is more.
If you want to prevent that, just letting you know. Anyway, Empire gets Jackie's vote because she's wanting Harrison Ford later on. Jeremy, I'm so sorry, Harvey, but I guess Jeremy's going to seal the deal on this one.
Yeah, I know.
Is it
Who shoots
Empire
first, Han or Indiana? Who shoots first, Han or Indiana?
Well, one.
I have a T-shirt that has that on it.
Well,
I have a T-shirt for everything.
I know. I knew it was going to end up this way because I knew Miss Jackie wants to be the one that's tell us in Harrison Ford, "I love you," as he's going into the carbonite. But
I know.
You should see my classroom.
And that's actually.
I would love to be I'd love to be your student, dude. Like we've had discussion in the past. I want to be in your classroom because I want to take a freaking class with you. And I'm pretty sure everybody like on the original pod has said the same damn thing. Harvey was there when that happened. So
Definitely.
that was the Oreo bracket. If you guys want to go back and check that one out, everybody out there in Spotify land. Anyway, Jeremy, I already have your vote written down, but go ahead.
Well, what can I say? Except what I said to Jamie earlier. I am your father, Freddy.
It's not even close.
I'm not sure who'd be more offended by that. Harvey.
Like, I don't even know. Was that supposed to be James Earl Jones? Like, I don't know.
As close as a white man can get to him, yes.
I
That
guess
sounds
so.
like one of those dirty calls you get at 3 a.m. You're like, I am your father. Call me daddy. You're like, what? Shut up.
How many of those you get, Brian?
Oh, so many. So many.
Oh, good God.
Collect call from California State Penitentiary.
I don't know why I keep accepting them.
You know why you keep accepting them. It's okay.
He said he would change. Come on. He said he was going to change.
We were in love. We were in love.
At least I know where he's at now, okay?
You can't be cheating. Not voluntarily, at least. All right, let's go. I know I hate Star Wars. It doesn't matter. But Little Shop of Horrors gets my vote in a losing cause. So we keep.
Well, it doesn't matter what you say.
I know. Don't worry. We'll knock it out later.
After a sweep with Batman, we went split votes for the last three. Last up in the first half of the first round, I start us off. We have Say Anything. At least we're going to, and at least we have something going for us. It's Say Anything versus Caddyshack.
Oh.
Caddyshack gets my vote. Liz.
I'm gonna have to go Caddyshack.
John.
I'm all right with Caddyshack.
Jackie.
This one's tough. I think they're both representative of the 80s. But I'm going to pick Caddyshack.
Jeremy.
And in a Cinderella move, yeah, I mean, it's 100% going to be Caddyshack. Shout out to Casey Box, because there'll be an episode of Evening at the Movies releasing in the next 2 weeks with me talking about Caddyshack on it. So,
I kind of figured if you didn't mention I was going to, Harvey.
Some of these votes, by the time it turns the corner, it's like already over. So I'm watching you, like, it's not even coming to me. Oh my God. Yeah, they're both representative of the 80s, but I love the John Hughes teen love 80s stuff. I love the boombox in the air. I love that kind of romance type of stuff. That's the stuff. 16 Candles and all that stuff. So not that it matters because it's already over. I'm voting for John Cusack and Say Anything.
Say Anything gets a vote. Brian.
You know what? I'll go the same way. Say Anything, not that it matters. But yeah, man, to me, that's the 80s. True, you got the party, you got like the big 80s party at the graduation, and he's pursuing the girl all summer. Nothing says 80s like a summer pursuing of a girl. Come on.
That
sounded creepy. That sounded way creepy.
just ask Richard Ramirez.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was waiting for a Will Smith reference on that one there, Harvey, or freaking Jeremy.
Why? Will Smith ain't no stalker. You just don't talk about his woman.
Well, Summertime, I guess. Was that the
reference
you were waiting for? Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, summertime.
That's not creepy. That's not creepy.
It's Will Smith.
Which would be a change coming from you. So Caddyshack moves on 5-2 to the next round. We'll be right back right after this break with Liz starting us off. Jeremy, Harvey, or Brian, would you like to do your ad now or want to wait?
I'll go.
Go ahead.
Please come check out Maniacal Music Musings, the show where we break down albums like nobody else can, including this week where we'll be having a tribute to female singers episode. Totally out of our character, but it's going to work. And also be sure to check out releasing next weekend. Actually, I'm sorry, releasing tomorrow if you're watching live or replay. We went Big Willie style, as we always do, and did a Will Smith bracket for my birthday and for Harvey's half birthday. So please come check out the Will Smith bracket and see the surprisingly winner. I'm still surprised at who were I'm surprised who the final fucking two were in that one still. So come see it. But what can I say? Harvey should have been there to hate on Willard in every way he could. But come check it out and come check out all the other great episodes we had. Up to 80 now.
Nice.
Harvey, you want to go or wait?
Yeah, I can't go after that. That's
okay.
Next break, I'll go.
All right.
Will Smith got too excited.
That's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was.
Brian, you want to go or wait?
I'll wait.
All right. Liz and John are out of the room, so is Jackie on the current time. So we need to wait for Liz to come back. But
bathroom break.
Bathroom potty break. Apparently, Will Smith has been a stalker before. I don't know what.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he was stalking those zombies in I Am Legend.
Are you talking about 6 degrees of separation?
I don't know. I don't think I've seen 6 degrees.
I can't say I have either on that one.
6 degrees, not the golf.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Okay. You see, even I know that. You know.
Of course, you know the worst. You know the worst movie he's done with the worst freaking.
Listen, that's
I do love, because we did the entire Will Smith bracket with Jeremy. Will Smith is known for not swearing in his songs, but one of my favorite songs of his now is the entire "You Saw My Blinker, Bitch."
What the hell's that?
It's a Will Smith song.
It's a song called "You Saw My Blinker."
What album is that on? That I'm never gonna buy.
It's not on Lost and Found, I don't think.
No, it's an early one. It's an early one.
It's all right. I actually really don't care. It's fine.
It's a fun. It's a bit racist when you think about it, but it's a good song.
Racist.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Although she never said if the woman's white or not, but just old, I guess.
It was on home. It was on the home base release by DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince back in '91.
Okay.
There you go. All right. Welcome back for the second half of round one. It looks like Liz starts us off as promised, and we have Blues Brothers versus Spaceballs.
Oh, jeez.
Nobody has blown their load, by the way.
Fuck.
That was a long one.
You can hope.
Oh, jeez.
That sound effect was too
This is
perfect.
hard. This is so hard.
They keep telling me that.
I've known Jeremy too long. He's losing his mind right now. He might be jokes me, but then he's writing shit down for weeks.
I think I'm gonna go with Spaceballs.
No,
Spaceballs gets a vote.
Harvey, I literally turn around like, is my wife behind me talking to me right now? Like, what the fuck?
John, Spaceballs, Blues Brothers.
That is a tough one, but I've actually driven a car in a shopping mall before. I recommend doing that if you can. So I'm gonna go with
I have also sped through a parking lot, like an empty parking lot. So the entire Back to the Future element goes with that too. So, Jackie, Spaceballs, Blues Brothers.
I love me some Jake and Elwood, but I am going Spaceballs.
It gets a vote. Jeremy.
Yeah, fuck Spaceballs right up its ass so hard. with a 20-inch cock. But no. And this is the easy one because it's fucking Blues Brothers. It's not even like a choice. It's Blues Brothers. I mean, the dance moves alone make you want to watch. Who doesn't want to see John Belushi coked out doing backflips?
Me. And apparently Harvey, for the Spotify listeners that can't see us right now. If you can't see us right now, if you're on Spotify, go ahead and check out YouTube every Saturday, majority of the time, around 1 p.m. Central Time. I'm trying to think when this one airs, the next one you'll be able to see would be Mustaches in Movies at 1 o'clock. So check that one out. That's in 2 weeks. Upon recording on this one, it is a tie game. That was Jeremy. Harvey, Spaceballs, Blues Brothers.
It's definitely Spaceballs.
You're wrong.
Definitely. I am not Spaceballs.
Balls. Strike one. Speaking of balls, by the way, we had a lost episode due to Harvey because he forgot to push the record button. That was a baseball episode. You can go back to listen to the second one we recorded because Harvey forgot to push the record button. That's the reason I host now, by the way, is because I don't forget to push the button.
I did that shit once, okay? I'm not an addict. I didn't do that over and over again. I did that once, damn it.
How long
Freddie,
ago was
Freddie.
that? You're still talking?
A long time ago. But
It was
Freddie,
so good, too.
Freddie,
It was last summer. It was such a good episode.
It was. But Freddie, it's okay. Some people can't find the button.
Jesus Christ, man.
Brian, Blues Brothers, Spaceballs.
What's the vote right now?
Spaceballs.
Spaceballs is winning.
Everybody's voting for Spaceballs. Don't worry about it.
Oh no! I would go for Spaceballs either way. I was just curious if I was going to be like the difference maker or not. So
No, I would be the difference. If you vote Blues Brothers, I would be the difference maker.
Don't
On that one.
Just handle it right now, dude.
Yeah, no.
I mean, you can. You're more than welcome to.
Don't listen to him.
No, I watched Spaceballs over and over and over again at home as a kid, so it's got to be Spaceballs to me.
I ain't found shit.
If it's not too late to change
Oh,
my
you
vote.
quoted it with your friends. It was on HBO. You guys go riding your bikes, and you were like talking about Spaceballs. Yeah, man. The Schwartz. Your Schwartz is as big as mine.
Anyway, John, John was talking.
If it's not too late to change my vote, I'd like to put in 3 votes for the Blues Brothers.
Nice.
You are allowed to change your vote. You're just not allowed to multiply your vote.
Oh, that shit ain't enough, baby. It's alpha.
I was
The
waiting
only
for him
time
to- I was waiting for him
the
to
only
vote.
time you're
Like,
allowed
nice vote. She needs to vote with me. She's wrong.
Y'all are
the only time you're allowed to vote multiple times is if somebody happens to sell their vote to you later on, which has happened a couple of times. I'm not part of that, but no, Spaceballs and the brother's second cousin roommates in college type thing. We'll be moving on to the next round because I will be voting for it too. It is a 5-2 split on that one. And then yes, I know, Harvey, I completely fucked up that quote, but I don't have it on me right now. Next up, John starts us off. We have They Live versus Top Secret.
Top Secret is so underappreciated. That is my favorite Zucker movie. Love Top Secret. It's so funny. Absolutely best.
So is that your vote?
That's my vote.
Okay, Top Secret does get a vote on that one. Jackie,
Same. Top Secret.
Jeremy,
Yeah, what's Top Secret going against?
They Live.
Well, I'm here to just chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum, and I want to kick someone's ass because Top Secret was fucking horrible when I watched it this
Wow.
week.
Wow.
Oh, man.
So
Wow.
it was like airplane level of stupid comedy for like 3-year-olds. But
That's the point, though.
Yes.
It's a smooth comedy. It's like it's like Scary Movie.
I can't even. No, I
Dude,
do
you love-
not blaspheme Scary Movie. Do not blaspheme Scary
You
Movie.
love Family Guy with a passion, and you're besmirching Top Secret? The audacity, man.
I mean, I agree with your vote. I just don't agree with your logic. Harvey, is it They Live or Top Secret?
Well, hold the fuck up here. Seth MacFarlane
I-
has witty comedy. You shut your mouth, sir.
I want you to say that word again.
Besmirch.
Yes, I like that.
Besmirch. I watched a lot of West Wing growing up. That's where I heard it first. Yeah, Top Secret is fun, but it's no. It's not Top Secret. No. It's the other one.
The other one, They Live, gets a vote. Brian, is it They Live or Top Secret?
So when I was a kid, my dad took me with him to go see Top Secret, and we lasted all of about 12 minutes because I guess there's just boobies all over that first. And he's like, "Oh, maybe we need the beeline right out of here." So that's my memory of Top Secret. Yeah, maybe about 12 minutes, and I'm like, "Eyes are about this big," and Dad's like, "Nope, let's go."
Puberty. Yes.
Yeah. But you know what? With that even being said, man, I love They Live. I'm a huge Rowdy Roddy Piper fan. I'm a huge fan of that movie. I think it's a cult classic, hugely underrated. I'm going They Live.
They Live gets a vote. I will be giving it to Top Secret on this one. I personally think They Live is, without Piper, it wouldn't be a watchable movie. It's.
You know what? Raiders without Harrison Ford would be an unwatchable. What kind of shit is that? He's the star.
I agree with you, but no. What I'm saying with Harrison Ford, they could have switched somebody else in there and had the movie would have been not as good, but it would have been still a decent watch. They Live. Everything about that movie is terrible, but it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be, but I'm going with Jeremy's logic thing on here. It's the same thing as he said. But Top Secret is supposed to be a spoof movie. They Live is not supposed to be a spoof movie. It was literally supposed to be a horror movie.
And moist.
I'm gonna go with Top Secret on this one. I agree with John. I personally think Top Secret is underappreciated. It's one of Charlie Sheen's most underappreciated movies, so it is my vote. Which it also means that Liz has the ability to support her husband in this one.
Don't
Or
go
not.
for the popcorn. Don't do it. Don't go for Top
So-
Secret. No.
So here's the thing, though. I really like Top Secret. It has nothing to do with him.
Never does.
You don't need no man. You're an independent
But
woman.
no,
Make your own vote.
I've been thoroughly entertained with Top Secret and that kind of genre. I really enjoy those kind of spoof movies, especially the older ones. There's like such great cast in it.
It's fun. No disrespect. Based on what he just said, we're gonna recast. Instead of Harrison Ford in Raiders, what if Eddie Murphy was playing that part instead?
The answer is no. No one is ever going to be recast. I don't care who you come up with. It's always no.
I was waiting to see how long you.
What if it was Rick Moranis instead? That'd be pretty entertaining.
Oh God, no! That'd be horrible.
The only way to recast that movie, and that movie is in the same regard as like Princess Bride. The casting of that movie is absolutely great. Princess Bride casting movie is absolutely great. The only way to recast either one of those movies are with Muppets.
Kermit, I could see Kermit with a whip. I could see
Or
Kermit
Tiny
with a whip.
or Tiny Toons, because they did recast that movie with Tiny Toons.
Nah, no.
No.
Top Secret moves on with a split vote, by the way. It will be facing another split vote in the next round, and they're both spoof movies. So, Liz, I apologize on that one. You're going to have fun. Jackie starts us off. And I don't know where I'm going on this one, but Jackie, is it Clue or Scarface? Look at Harvey. You guys out there in Spotify land need to watch the show just for Harvey's reactions.
Oh my God.
He's sitting over there very, very stoic.
I am distraught right now. I need some yayo. Goodness.
He's picking between his children right now.
Yeah, he's struggling over there.
I am, but it's
Riding
not my
the struggle
vote.
bus.
Who's starting? Go ahead.
It's me.
It's Jackie.
But I'm just giving you the time you need.
No.
No man wants to hear that.
I love both these movies so much, but I can say Clue from the beginning to end. Tim Curry. It's Clue.
Clue gets a vote. Jeremy, is it Clue or Scarface?
Oh, fuck Scarface. It's fucking Clue all day. Tim Curry.
Harvey.
We will not besmirch Scarface. He's incredibly over the top. But that's a movie. If there wasn't so many curses and stuff, maybe something, Miss Jackie, you could play in class. Because that's business right there.
He is an entrepreneur.
Yes, he is.
I wonder if you can get like a TBS version of that type thing.
Yeah, it's only 15 minutes though. You gotta cut out the curses. You gotta cut it so quick and it's so bad. But
It's like Blazing Saddles. It's like
oh my God.
the beginning and end credits. That's the only two things you can watch.
That's all it is. I don't even know. Would that even fly now? I mean, could a guy with a horrible Cuban accent doing that? Would that even? I don't know if that would even work. I mean, it is Pacino, but still. Needless to say, it's Clue because Clue is fucking phenomenal. I played that for my kids, and we played the game. We love that movie and the game too, so it's definitely Clue.
I love the movie. Hate the game. That's me. Brian, Scarface, Clue.
Oh man, that's a hard one. What's the vote right now?
3-0.
I don't want to see it get swept. I love Clue a lot. Great movie. Tim Curry, man, come on, Tim Curry. But just to make sure it doesn't get swept, I'm gonna go throw in a Scarface.
There's certain levels. Clue is a better movie, but as far as there's certain levels of iconicness, the one line, "Say hello to my little friend." I don't care where you are in life. I don't care if you've seen the movie or not. You could be a kid in India. You know that line from somewhere. That movie has hit such a level. That's what it is. So Scarface will be getting my vote on that one. So it's definitely not going to be a sweep. Liz, Scarface or Clue?
And the kid in India knew about that because that's what his dad says when he wipes his pants down, you know?
Oh,
God.
Jesus. Oh, my God. Cut his mic.
This is the reason why we have the thing at the beginning is like some of us are, or at the end, some of us are bigger bastards than others, or some of us live the gimmick a little bit more. Jeremy is the reason why we have that. Just
okay.
Liz, Scarface, Clue.
Okay, so for me, it's Clue, hands down. You watch that, you can watch it over and over and over again. And there are so, like, the casting is phenomenal. Watching them in the background, there is so many things going on. Just all of it, just glorious. And it's also really fun to go and watch it when they have, like, the kind of like
quote-alongs.
Yeah, the quote-along stuff. We did that once, and oh my god, it was so fucking funny.
Clue will be winning this one over Scarface. John, is it Clue or Scarface?
Yeah, I've got to say, we went to Alamo Drafthouse, and this was pre-pandemic, and they played a commercial because they were going to do a Clue quote-along, and like the preview came on, and it was like crystal clear, and I almost cried because every copy I've ever seen of Clue has been complete crap as far as transfers, and I almost cried. And then we went to the quote along; it was the same crap copy we always see.
I know they fucking it. We were so hopeful. We're like, oh my god, well we have to go to this now because that looks amazing. Yeah, dicks.
Despite that, it's Scarface, who cares?
It's like dicks. I love she hit that D hard. Dicks. I love that.
So just for dexterity, is it Clue or Scarface?
It's Clue.
Clue. All right. So 5-2. Next, moving on to the next round. Next up, Jeremy starts us off. We have a Disney movie death match here. Is it Oliver and Company or Little Mermaid?
Ooh, timely.
Very timely. But Oliver and Company I barely remember because I think I watched it once or twice when I was a kid. Little Mermaid, who hasn't seen it 1,000 times either when you were a kid or with young female relatives and shit. So, and everything's better where it's wetter. So, Little Mermaid.
It gets a vote. Harvey.
I grew up as a boy and I like Little Mermaid, so it doesn't have to be for girls. So you can calm down with that, Jeremy.
I said when I was a kid too, I watched it.
No, you said whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna go Little Mermaid too.
She was hot, dude. Come on.
How do you vote against Oliver and Company as a New Yorker? That's Billy Joel.
What? What is that?
What's that to do with shit? I'm from New York too.
That's Billy Joel. Like how do you?
Listen,
we're not voting against. We didn't start the fire. We're voting against a fucking movie.
Oh, I would vote against. Song.
I would too.
I hate that song.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's like I agree with the simple fact that would have been a bitch to put together, but still, Little Mermaid gets to vote. Brian, is Little Mermaid or Oliver and Company?
Is Oliver and Company the one with the cats?
No, that's Aristocrats.
That's Aristocrats. That's a good movie too.
That's a better movie.
What is Oliver and Company? I don't know if I've ever seen it.
Dogs.
It's dog. Yeah, it's dogs. It's a story of Oliver Twist.
As a dog.
I got to go with what I know, and I know The Little Mermaid. I watched it as a young adult, watched it with my kids, watched it over and over. I'll probably have to watch it with my grandkids one day, way far down the road. But so Little Mermaid all the way.
Little Mermaid gets his vote. I'm going to go for Oliver and Company. I love Little Mermaid. It's going to win this. Oliver and Company, though, I'm a huge Billy Joel fan. I've loved his music since the show Moving Out, which I actually got to see in Chicago, and it's absolutely fan-freaking-tastic show. So Billy Joel does the music for Oliver and Company. It is one of the best soundtracks from a Disney movie of all time, and that's saying something from Disney movies.
Phil Collins will walk through your fucking door and bitch slap you.
Okay, I can honestly say this among everybody here, with the exception to Harvey, because I respect the fuck out of him. But fuck Phil Collins.
Wow.
Nothing of him I have ever liked. The only song from Tarzan that I like is Trashing the Camp.
We forgive you
That's
for
it.
being wrong. We forgive
So,
you. For
hold
it.
Number
on.
three.
Hold on.
Fuck you, Freddie.
Hold on. Just so I'm clear here, are you saying fuck Phil Collins in general, the whole catalog, or just the Tarzan soundtrack?
Definitely this Tarzan soundtrack. I don't know enough of Phil Collins outside. I can't name another Phil Collins song.
That's
In the air tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, that's crap too.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's just over there, just fucking throwing fists.
Wow.
It's about dumping a body of a hooker, dude. Come on.
It's really not. But
It's not. It's not. But anyway, Oliver Company gets my vote. We gotta keep this moving. Liz.
I'm going with Little Mermaid. That one was a pretty iconic movie as a
Dude.
kid for me. I've watched it so many times. And you're wrong
I'm-
about
I'm-
not liking Phil Collins, but it's okay.
No. I'm right about not liking Phil Collins. I'm just wrong about Phil Collins in general. There's a difference there, and that's both of his little opinion. I'm looking forward to watching the new Little Mermaid movie coming out though. John, Little Mermaid, Oliver and Company.
I wish this was closer because I would sell my vote because I really don't care on this round. I'll just go with Oliver and Company because fuck it.
Fuck it.
Well,
Jackie,
that's what-
Oliver and Company, Little Mermaid.
That's
I'm
what
going
Disney said
Little
when they made that movie.
Mermaid. It's just
Have you
one of
seen
those
this
movies
movie?
you can sing the
No.
songs over and over, and you don't get sick of them.
That matchup coming up is going to be a really, really fun one. Harvey starts us off. We have Last Starfighter versus Weird Science.
Weird science. Weird science. Yeah. Weird science. I can comfortably vote for weird science. Yes.
But you're the last
Gets it.
Starfighter, Harvey.
Nah, motherfucker. They didn't even offer me the job. You know why?
You suck at video games. That's why.
That's what it was.
Because he's too tall to fit as a freaking pilot. That's why.
That's it.
Weird Science. Weird Science gets a vote on that one. Brian, is it Weird Science or Last Starfighter?
You know, man, both scream 80s big time. But I think if we're talking fashion, if we're talking like high school culture, all that, I think Weird Science just screams the 80s as a teenager. So I'm going to say Weird Science.
Gets a vote. I'm going to go Last Starfighter, prevent a sweep on this one. Liz.
Oh, it's difficult because those are both really good movies. I've enjoyed both of them a lot. I think I'm gonna go with Last Starfighter. There's a lot of things about it that really remind me. I mean, they both have so many things that remind you of the 80s, but that's the first one that like I gravitate towards.
It is a tie game. John.
They're both really good movies, but neither one is a great movie.
No, I agree with that. I do.
Agreed.
But growing up in the 80s, I was big on video games, so I'm going to have to go with Last Starfighter.
Ooh, look at the comeback.
Ooh, Miss Jackie.
I like the high school 80s movies, so Weird Science.
It is a tie-breaking decision coming down to Jeremy. Jeremy, it is the second half of the first round, which means you have the ability to know who it's facing in the next round, just in case if it changes your vote. Would you like this option?
It doesn't matter, Freddie, because
Just
I watched both these movies for the first time this week, and Weird Science is trash. Like, seriously, the biggest
I wouldn't go
trash-
that far, but okay.
It's trash. It's trash. I don't even know why people say it can't be remade these days. There's nothing even really bad in that movie. Like it really just isn't.
Aside from just a woman's sole purpose is just to be hot and sleep with these high school kids. And what's that?
Well, who didn't want that in high school, man? Come on.
Yeah, but I don't think we're gonna be putting movies out about that right now.
I mean, I would assume the high school girl that,
Yeah.
Have you not seen American Pie? Like Jesus.
which is another movie that can be possibly canceled multiple times over. The entire series.
Yeah.
But no. I watched Last Starfighter last night, and for the 80s, those graphics are fucking amazing. Like, it still holds up so well. Like, Last Starfighter is a damn good movie. I'm going with that all day.
And a split vote.
And it's better. It's a better way of seeing a Trailer Park Boy make it than watching 8 Mile. Fuck Eminem.
Last Starfighter moves on to the next round. I'm surprised because I thought I was preventing a sweep, but no, that. Next up, Brian starts us off. We have Top Gun versus A Fish Called Wanda.
Ooh. Man, that is a hard one. Two completely different movies too. Wow. Again, if I'm drawing off of my personal experiences, 80s and Top Gun, man, they go hand in hand. I gotta go Top Gun. Man. Everyone wearing those hats, thinking they were fighter pilots and stuff, trying to look the role during that time. I totally remember when that came out. Yeah, I'll go Top Gun.
It gets a vote. I'm gonna go for Top Gun as well. I don't honestly think I've ever seen A Fish Called Wanda. It is on my list. It is on my litany of lists to watch. So it's somewhere up there. I haven't seen the new Top Gun either. So there's that. Liz, Top Gun, Fish Called Wanda.
I'm going to definitely go with Top Gun. I have seen the new one. It is really good. Though, as John and I have determined while watching it, both of us realized that the main plot in the new Top Gun is just a rehash of Star Wars. So have fun when you go to watch that and
Spoiler alert.
you see what we're talking about.
It's the trench run.
It is the trench
alert.
run. But I really enjoy that, both of them, but the 80s one as well. And didn't they do a lot of the scenes of them in the airplanes in both the original and the new one is them actually up there in the sky with someone flying one of those planes. So I mean, it's all practical, realistic things, which is impressive.
Amazing what a little bit of money will do.
Yeah.
Top Gun gets a vote. John.
What's my other choice?
Fish Called Wanda.
I don't think I've ever seen A Fish Called Wanda all the way through, but it's got John Cleese and Michael Palin, both my heroes. John Cleese is so my hero, and I've watched Top Gun a bunch of times. It's all right, but what I've seen of A Fish Called Wanda was way better. Just not enough to drive me to watch the whole thing. So I'm gonna go with Fish Called Wanda.
Gets a vote. Jackie, Fish Called Wanda, Top Gun.
You need to watch all of A Fish Called Wanda.
Yeah.
It's so funny. There's so many good quotes in that. But I think Top Gun is more iconically 80s. So Top Gun.
The original matchup, by the way, was going to be Top Gun versus Stripes.
Oh, yeah.
But Jackie was a deciding vote between Stripes and Fish Called Wanda. So
You're for Top Gun and Top Secret.
Yeah. With that, though, Top Gun does move on to the next round. Jeremy, is it Top Gun, Fish Called Wanda?
Fuck Top Gun. That movie's boring as shit. I mean, Fish Called Wanda's not that great either, but it's better than Top Gun by far.
And Harvey finished out.
Yeah, Fish Called Wanda is so much better than Top Gun. But Top Gun is very much 80s. It's representative. It's Tom Cruise, and he's just dripping with 80s-ness. It's risky. It's him. Yeah. I'm still voting for A Fish Called Wanda, but we know it's already out. So we move on.
What he's dripping with Harvey is Scientologist ooze.
Next up, I start us off. We have Full Metal Jacket versus Nightmare on Elm Street.
Ooh.
Between the two, I have said multiple times, Full Metal Jacket is two movies in one, because once that particular scene happens, it's a completely different movie after that. But either one of those movies, either the second half or the first half of Full Metal Jacket, is still better than Nightmare on Elm Street.
Ooh.
It started a good franchise, but it was not a good start to the franchise. Full Metal Jacket will be getting my vote on this one. Liz.
I think I'm going to go with Full Metal Jacket.
John.
This is another one I'd gladly sell my vote for because I don't really care about either of these movies much. I'll probably go with Full Metal Jacket.
Jackie.
I'm going to go Full Metal Jacket.
Jeremy.
Amanda would cut you all, but I am 100% going to go with Nightmare on Elm Street. Fuck, like Full Metal Jacket's nowhere near as good as Nightmare on Elm Street. Who isn't like seeing Johnny Depp get pulled into a freaking bed full of shit? I mean blood. But
Harvey.
I'm gonna go with Nightmare. Yeah, Nightmare.
And Brian, finish this out.
You know what? I'm going to go with Nightmare. When I think 80s, I think Nightmare. Full Metal is kind of that period piece. So I don't really place it in the 80s, even though it was released then. So
Full Metal Jacket moves on to the next round, 4-3. Last up in round one. These are the last two movies in the 80s bracket. Liz starts us off. We have Beverly Hills Cop versus Terminator.
ooh, fuck you, Freddie.
Fuck you, Freddie.
4 and 5.
I think I'm gonna go with Terminator.
We'll be getting Liz's vote. John.
So last year I had never seen an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie all the way through. But yeah, I'm a Terminator fan. So what's the other choice? Beverly Hills Cop, Axel Foley. Yeah, Eddie Murphy at his prime. That's awesome. Yeah, it was a great movie. So
Beverly Hills Cop. Beverly Hills Cop gets a vote. Jackie.
I remember sneaking into the living room to watch Beverly Hills Cop when I wasn't allowed to, and that risk was worth it. So I'm going that.
Jeremy, Beverly Hills Cop or Terminator?
If it was Terminator 2, it'd be a different story completely. But
True.
I do like sticking my banana in a tailpipe, so I'll go with Beverly Hills Cop.
Jesus. Harvey, Beverly Hills Cop or Terminator?
Oh wow. Yeah, it's I'm just thinking of the scene. You say you gotta say with more soul, like a fall with a banana in a tailpipe. He's hilarious in that movie. It's so good. It's definitely Beverly Hills Cop. Definitely Beverly Hills Cop.
And Brian, finish us out.
I got to go Beverly Hills Cop. Definitely got to go, man. It's iconic. It was the blockbuster too, man. I remember just everyone talking about it at the time. Terminator was the kind of that sleeper. It came out of kind of nowhere, but man, Beverly Hills Cop had all the publicity. Eddie Murphy was firing on all cylinders at that time. Yeah, Beverly Hills Cop.
All right. Harvey, Brian, Ad. While we wait on Jeremy.
You want to go first, Brian?
Yeah, I'll go first if that's cool with you.
Yeah.
All
Sure.
right. Hey guys, check out thedailydank.com. We're on YouTube. We're at thedailydank.com as well. We're on Twitter, Instagram, all the Twitters, guys. If you love cannabis culture, if you love pop culture, if you love just craziness, check out all our show, guys. We do 2 podcasts a day. We do one at 7:10 a.m., which is a wild, crazy morning show, interactive. Jump on the live chat. I give line of the day for the biggest sarcastic comment there is. We do things like Name the Crime, where we look at crazy mugshots and you guys guess what those criminals did. We don't really know the answers, but you guys throw it out there. And we do a 420 podcast, which is crazy. We do a Movie Monday, True Crime Thursday, Paranormal Tuesday, Weed Wednesday, which is everyone's favorite. And then, of course, Baked and Unboxed on Friday, which is where we give away all the stuff, guys. We unbox the craziest collectibles out there. We do a strain review, we get high, and then I get too high and I give all the stuff away. So tune in, thedailydank.com, guys. Check us out on YouTube. You won't be disappointed.
Did you ever use my picture, by the way?
No, it's in the next round. It'll probably be on Thursday. Yeah, we do for True Crime Thursday. Yeah, that's when we roll that out.
I'll be at work. I won't be able to see it, but
I'll send you the link.
All right. Harvey, it's on you.
I hope you're enjoying this episode of the Bracket Bastards. We have so much fun here. It's enjoyable. We're talking about great stuff. I use this as something for me to do that is just fun. This is an escape from life, from parenting, from marriage, from the foolishness that is life. I hope you, whomever you have something that you do that makes you feel good, that makes you happy, something to keep your mental health in check. As we record this, we are in June, and June is Men's Mental Health Month. Men's mental health is not something that is generally discussed or honestly taken very seriously, but men and our mental health is something that must be discussed, that must be dealt with. For this whole month, if you go to my Facebook page, by the way, my name is Harvey Laguerre. Every day, a different man is releasing a video talking about his mental health struggle. Every day this month, whether it's suicide attempts, anxiety, ADHD, anything a man has going on, it is 30 days of men speaking about their mental health, which is something that never, ever happens. And I was able to find men who are willing to be vulnerable and open and talk about what's going on. It is important. So keep that in mind. Check in with your friends. Keep an eye on the men in your lives. Men attempt suicide significantly more than women do. Even the happy men. Take a minute and make the long call and make sure he's doing okay. Now, back to the fun that is the Bracket Bastards.
Two things with that. One, in preparation and consideration with Men's Mental Health Month, the next 3 weeks are male-based episodes. We're doing TV Dads next week for Father's Day. And myself, Jeremy, Harvey, and Brian. No, Brian's not in that one. So myself, Harvey, and Jeremy are going to be part of that one as well. We're doing movie mustaches, which is another, hopefully, just a male aspect on that one, because we're going to have, as female, we have a problem. A few cartoons. And the other one, to top it all off, we're going to be doing mental health movies to focus on Men's Mental Health Month as well. And Harvey, if you need, if do you have all the dates taken care of for those videos?
I'm not sure. We'll talk afterwards.
Okay, yeah. Keep me in mind, because I got my own shit going on. So
I would throw my hat into the ring for that one too if you needed anybody else. So.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. We'll definitely talk afterwards. I appreciate that.
Everybody ready to go? No complaints. All right. Welcome back for round 2. It looks like Liz starts us off. Yeah, Liz starts this off. She started off the last round too, ironically enough, but she starts this one off. We have Back to the Future versus Spaceballs.
I'm going to go Back to the Future.
Back to the Future gets a vote. John?
Got to go back in time. Back to the Future.
Jackie?
This one's really, really hard. I'm going to go Back to the Future.
Jeremy?
That's right. We're going Back to the Future, and we're going to fucking kick those Spaceballs back where they belong.
Harvey?
Can you be a fan of Star Wars, like a super fan, and love Spaceballs? Because Spaceballs is kind of the spoof.
It is a spoof. Like,
they exist. They exist. Trust me. Those fans exist.
They live. But no, okay, we got that. All right.
Not well, but they live.
Back to the Future.
Brian?
Marty, we're voting Back to the Future.
I am going to be the lone vote on this one for Spaceballs. It is a fantastic freaking movie. It is my second favorite 80s movie of all time. I'm really sad to see it go out like that. But Back to the Future moves on 6-1. Next up, it looks like John starts us off. We have Clue versus Die Hard.
Clue.
Gets a vote. Jackie?
I'm going to go Clue.
Gets another one. Jeremy?
Yeah, if Alan Rickman had a clue, he would have killed Bruce Willis really fast. So I'm gonna go with Clue.
Harvey?
Yeah. I'm gonna go Die Hard.
Damn, I thought Harvey was about to blow his load on that one.
Brian.
You know, it is. That's a hard one. That boom, boom. That's what she said. One thing I learned from watching Die Hard movies, you never bet against John McClane. So I'm going to go Die Hard, guys.
I'm going to break tradition real quick. I'm going to blow my load on this one.
Ooh, he's doing it too early. But I'm bummed.
Okay. He hears that.
Well, somebody has to be first. Liz, is it Die Hard or Clue?
I'm going with Clue. I would pick that movie a million times over. I mean, I like Die Hard. Don't get me wrong, but I would always pick Clue over Die Hard.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Die Hard on this one. As far as the iconicness of movies, Die Hard is just. I think it's more watched too. To be honest, like I've seen Die Hard a lot more than I've seen Clue. I've only seen Clue like a couple times, and it's been this year for a different show. But Clue does move on 4-3.
All right, quick question. I've never seen Rocky Horror Picture Show, and it occurs to me, why doesn't Clue have that same kind of following? Like
I don't because people are dumb.
No,
not to the same extent as Rocky Horror though.
That's what I mean.
Which is surprising because
no, the reason why
movie than Rocky Horror.
There's two different reasons.
It's like. Once you get to the end of, I mean, here's the thing. I've enjoyed watching it, but Rocky Horror, you get to the end where like there's the pool scene and everything, and it just fucking drags.
They have the extended super.
What? Spoiler: once Meatloaf dies, the movie drops off.
Quite a bit.
That's where that is. Once Meatloaf dies, the movie is a completely different movie. Same thing as
at that point.
Same thing as Full Metal Jacket. Two different movies at that point. Full Metal Jacket does it right in the middle of the movie, though. So that's that one. The reason why Rocky Horror has such a cult following is because Clue did better in the box office when it came out. Rocky Horror lost crap ton of money when they originally did the show. On stage, all the way up to the movie, lost a whole bunch of money all the way around. But it got such a ground following from the people behind it and everything else that it became a lot better throughout the years. Also, Rocky Horror is a musical, and for anybody who has ever done a Rocky Horror Picture Show sing along, where you can go in there and dress up as your favorite character. Do the entire, like, they won't even play the sound for it anymore. They'll just let people do their own thing. So they just watch the video and they'll say every single line and sing every single song and everything like that. It's the background. It's a ground swelling that just kept creating its own churn.
You got to do Rocky Horror with an audience. You just can't watch it at home on video. It's crap. It's complete crap.
I can't watch it now because I know Meatloaf dies.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it's not a huge part. Meatloaf is not in there very long. I said spoilers.
No, it's fair. I mean, it's the movie's old as hell. I get that. I just think
the movie came out in 1975.
Yeah, if you rent it and watch it at home by yourself, you're going to be like, "What is the deal?"
Yeah, I'd be like, "What the fuck is this thing?" No, it's like watching a sporting event live as opposed to watching it at home.
Okay, well, Freddie, I'm surprised you didn't say this, but since it is the month for it, it also is a huge landmark for the QT community. It is. It's a movie, like one of their movies that they love. So that's why it has a huge following as well.
It just, to me, it just feels like Clue. While it's not a musical, it's dialogue, it's movement, it's hilarious. I could probably do 2 to 3 of those characters' parts on my own.
Clue is a musical without the music.
It is because the dialogue is the music. I think.
Yes.
Yeah. And it is also very similar to Rocky Horror in the sense of it's great for audience participation at live showings.
And Tim Curry's the fucking man. Let's just get
that.
He
is.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Anyway, Jackie starts us off. We have Wall Street versus Last Starfighter.
Wall Street.
Okay. But say I have a wedding to do in like 28 minutes, so I'm trying.
Okay.
That's why. That's why I'm trying to feed it along.
All right, sorry about
One that I'm not prepped for, by the way. Just letting you guys know. Wall Street does get a vote on that one. Jeremy, Wall Street, Last Starfighter
Last Starfighter
gets a vote. Harvey,
Wall Street.
Brian.
Last Starfighter.
I will be giving my geeky vote to Last Starfighter on this one. I'm surprised the geekiness of it. Geekiness ones of us did not vote for that. Liz, is it Wall Street or Last Starfighter?
Last Starfighter.
Boom, that's the win.
And John finishes out.
Last Starfighter. Don't care about Wall Street. Let's just go.
5-2. Last Starfighter moves on. Next up, Jeremy starts us off, and we have. I'm glad you start this off because I don't want you to finish it. We have Empire Strikes Back versus Full Metal Jacket.
Oh, trust me, you'd want me to finish it. But I 100% will go with Empire Strikes Back, of course, because it's Empire. It's fucking pure 80s.
Gets a vote. Harvey.
Yeah, Full Metal Jacket, because it's 80s. Let's just say that.
It's a better movie, too.
Damn right.
Brian. Empire, Full Metal Jacket.
Empire.
Back and forth we go. Full Metal Jacket is getting my vote on this one because hashtag Star Wars is trash. Liz.
Star Wars.
John.
Give me that trash. I'll take Empire.
And Jackie finishes out.
Empire.
Ooh,
5-2.
The look in her eyes just said, Harrison.
Empire Strikes Back gets the bid on that one. Harvey starts us off. We have Airplane versus Top Secret.
Oh, how appropriate.
Ooh,
Good
interesting.
matchup.
Yeah, Airplane.
This is the one I was talking about before there, Liz, that like I'm sorry. Airplane does get that one. Brian.
Airplane.
I'm gonna give it a Top Secret. I do personally think Airplane is a better movie, but I like Top Secret's humor better, even though they're on kind of the same line. But it's just what it is. Liz, Top Secret or Airplane?
I think I'm gonna go with Airplane.
John.
Souvenirs, novelties, party tricks. I'll go with Top Secret.
Jackie.
Airplane.
With that, gets the win. Jeremy finishes out.
Harvey, I don't know what the hell you're doing on your screen there, but West Side EDU too, buddy. But,
4-2. I'm helping.
I thought you were flashing your sign at me. I'm like, all right, let's do this. But both these movies suck, so I'll go with Airplane, I guess.
This fucking guy.
Airplane moves on 5-2 to the next round. Next up, Barney starts us off. We have Batman versus Little Mermaid.
Batman. Hands down.
Still counts as one vote.
Did Batman just appear out of thin air like Beetlejuice when he did that? Just out of curiosity.
I'm gonna go Little Mermaid on this one. I again love for musicals. Again, love for Disney movies. As I said last episode, Little Mermaid is my favorite Disney movie of all time. Only reason I voted for Oliver Company last round is because I knew it was going to lose anyway, but it deserved a vote. So Little Mermaid will be getting my vote, period, hands down. Liz, Little Mermaid or Batman?
Oh, Batman. I mean, I loved Little Mermaid growing up, but like, I'm way more likely to go and watch Batman again.
I'm the exact opposite. I'd much rather go watch Little Mermaid again, even as an adult. John.
I'm Batman. So Batman.
Jackie.
Another tough decision, and they're such different movies. It's it's a really weird matchup. But I'm going to stick with Jack Nicholson being Joker. It's just, I'm going Batman.
Jeremy.
You know, if you think about it, the fact that Disney put out a movie about a girl wanting to get her legs so she could spread them for a prince, like, it's kind of fucked up. It's kind of fucked up. That's some
I've
fucked up
never,
shit to
I've
teach.
never thought of that, Jeremy.
I just did a minute ago, and I'm like, holy fuck, that's a fucked up message for girls. But it's Disney, so no surprise. But yeah,
Body language.
But yeah, I'm a party man, so I'll go with Batman.
Whew.
Batman gets a vote. Harvey.
He could have just said Batman. He really could have just said Batman. Oh, Batman is my pick. Wow, thanks for pissing me off with that vote. Jesus.
6-1.
Wow.
Batman does not get to sweep, but it does move on to the next round. Next up, I start us off. We have Raiders of the Lost Ark versus Top Gun. I'm going to vote for Top Gun because I want to see the matchup between those two next up. Raiders are different movies, but Raiders is a decent movie, but I still want to see the commonality between the next two. So I hope the next two. Liz, Raiders, Top Gun.
I think I'm gonna go with Raiders.
John?
Top Gun's cool, but Raiders.
Jackie?
No question, Raiders.
Jeremy?
Well, the wife always just asks me to grab my fedora before I grab my whip at night, so I'm going to go with Raiders.
Q would approve on that one.
I know he would.
Raiders gets to vote and the win on that one. Harvey, Raiders or Top Gun?
Top Gun.
And Brian, finish this out.
Top Gun.
Too little, too late. Raiders moves on 4-3 to the next round. Next up, Liz starts us off, and we have last up in this particular round, Caddyshack versus Beverly Hills Cop.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go with Caddyshack.
John.
Cocaine of Caddyshack. That's it.
Jackie.
I'm gonna go Caddyshack.
Jeremy.
You know, Freddie, we got a pool here, but we also got a pond. Pond might be good for you. But let's go for Caddyshack.
And with that, the image of Coming to America versus Beverly Hills Cop is out. Harvey.
Nah, they weren't going to have two black movies at the end. Come on. That wasn't going to happen. It doesn't. I'm going with Beverly Hills Cop. Caddyshack's okay, though.
Yeah, there's not a single black movie left in this bracket, with the exception of Coming to America.
Empire could be technically if you think about James Earl Jones.
No.
Yeah, I mean,
No.
yeah. Brian.
Ain't nothing black
Don't
about
forget
Star
Billy
Wars.
D. Williams. Billy D. Williams is an Empire.
So the two bad guys in the movie are both black guys.
Mm-hmm. Surprise!
Was he really a bad guy? Because he
was
redeemed some
questionable.
stuff later on.
He was just questionable. He was conflicted.
He was a scoundrel. Come on. Oh man.
Oh my God.
Shoot. God. Well, Beverly Hills Cop. That's hopefully that was one of the answers.
Yes, it was.
It doesn't even matter.
4-3.
It's already over, man.
It is 4-3. We'll be right back right after this break. All the ads are done, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. So, welcome back for round 3 and beyond. It looks like John starts us off on this one, and I'm going to give him.
Make it hard.
That's what she said.
I don't think there's anything I can do to hurt him, so I'm going to go Back to the Future versus Airplane.
Back to the Future. No doubt about it.
We'll be getting a vote on that one. Jackie?
Only because I think there's other spoofs still in there. I'm gonna go with Back to the Future.
No. There are no more spoofs. With the exception of Airplane, there are no more spoofs in this anymore. Unless you would consider
Top Gun.
Clue a spoof.
A spoof of what?
Like
Murder mysteries?
Mystery.
pretty much any murder mystery, yeah. But Back to the Future gets a vote on that one. Jeremy, Back to the Future or Airplane?
I gotta give it to the best movie about an old man taking a young boy. And the inspiration for Rick and Morty. So yeah.
Harvey, I give you my sincere apology for putting you right after Jeremy. But what is your vote?
Harvey likes to be behind me. What can I say?
Woo! Yeah, that's exactly the position I have chosen in life, to be right behind her.
I would rather be behind you than in front of you, though. So.
Oh my God.
I mean, I would too. That's a lot of pain, too.
Back to the Future. Keep it moving. Keep it moving.
Brian, Back to the Future, Airplane.
I gotta go Back to the Future.
I'm gonna give it Back to the Future as well. On that one, Liz.
Back to the Future.
Ooh.
Moving on to the final four, Back to the Future, which is number one seed, by the way, moves on in a sweep. It is the only second sweep in today's episode. Jackie starts us off. We have Raiders of the Lost Ark versus Last Starfighter.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Jeremy.
Last Starfighter. Just because I
Harvey.
can see the future. I can see the future.
Last Starfighter.
Brian.
I'm gonna go Raiders. Definitely.
Panty Raiders coming to a DVD review.
Knowing who it's going to be facing next, I'm going to have to go with Last Starfighter to put that movie into a kind of a lose situation. So, Liz, Last Starfighter or Raiders?
So, I want to pick Last Starfighter, but I'm going to pick Raiders just to force John to break the tie.
Does anybody want to buy this vote?
Not particularly, no.
Yeah, I'll go with Raiders. Raiders is it.
Raiders
Oh,
survive.
yeah.
Survive.
I mean, Last Starfighter's okay. It's not a great movie. It's
I just
movie.
figured the arcade machine would win out.
That's cool.
I mean, given the fact that we've got how many in our fucking bar?
Yeah.
Raiders moves on to the next round. Jeremy starts us off. Just like Jackie, I'm going to give him a good one too. We have Empire Strikes Back versus Caddyshack.
Fuck you, Freddie, right up your Iowan ass. Fuck you. But
what's that, like 7 now? Like that?
I don't know if I'm 7 or 8.
I'm pretty sure they all came from me too.
Yeah.
No.
Did I say?
I'm pretty sure. No, it is from you. Every one is from you.
Mm-hmm.
No, actually, no. I think Harvey did one in his female voice, but
I did think it several times.
but I mean, fuck, two different genres completely. Literally the best of both genres. But it's gotta be Empire. It's gotta be fucking Empire. I mean, I could watch both of these every day of my life and be happy and serene, but sober too, and that's saying something. But I mean, it's just Empire is a better movie.
Harvey.
Caddyshack.
Brian.
Empire.
I'm going to go Caddyshack on this one. It's a tie game. Liz.
I'm going to go with Caddyshack.
John.
I changed my mind. Star Wars is trash. Yeah, I'm going with Caddyshack.
Yes! Yes!
And I'm really glad you did, because the next person to vote would have been Jackie, and she is a huge Harrison Ford fan, which means your vote would have been
Empire.
Oh.
Yup.
Oh.
Caddyshack.
If something had to go with the Death Star, it would be Ty Webb with his golf ball. So
At least we know Raiders and Empire will not face off now.
I was trying to make that happen.
That was
I know.
hard.
I wanted to see Miss Jackie have a freaking
I
dress
did
comb on.
on the floor.
Harvey.
Yes.
Clue versus Batman.
Oh. It's Clue.
It's like, was that actually a hard decision? Or you're like,
No, it was, but
Oh.
you gotta go, and I gotta just decide. Can't let it sit. Clue.
Prince just rolled over in his grave.
Harvey's gonna go for Clue on this one. Brian, Clue or Batman?
Batman. Only counts as one.
Yep, but it is a tie game. I'm going to go for Clue on this one, to be perfectly honest. I love that movie now. Liz.
Clue.
John.
Funny thing is, Brian did the Batman, and earlier I did the Clue. Going with Clue.
Clue will be moving on to the next round. Jackie, is it Clue or Batman?
Clue.
And Jeremy, finish us off.
It doesn't matter, but I'll give it to Batman.
5-2. Clue moves on, which will make Amanda happy on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Brian, is it you get to pick one of these out of the final four to start off the matchups? Is it Clue, Raiders, Caddyshack, or Back to the Future?
Let's go Caddyshack.
Okay, your matchup is Caddyshack versus Clue.
Ooh, nice. That's a good one. I'm gonna go Caddyshack.
We'll be getting a vote. I'm gonna go for Caddyshack on this one as well. I love Clue; it's a good movie, but Caddyshack is just Rodney Dangerfield doesn't get enough respect. I'm gonna give him some on this one. So, Liz,
I'm gonna go Clue.
John.
That is so tough for me, and I'm gonna officially do a fuck you, Freddie.
Nice.
What do we have to say to pass and come back?
Blow your load.
Blowing your load.
Yeah, well, I'll do that. We'll come back.
John is blowing a load on this one, which means he will be going last currently, unless anybody else decides to blow their load after this one, or at this one. Jackie, is it Clue or Caddyshack?
I'm gonna have to go Caddyshack.
Jeremy.
Yeah, I ain't gonna blow my load. I ain't got my key next to me, unfortunately. But I'm gonna have to go with Caddyshack 100%.
Yeah.
So, John, you didn't have to make tie-breaking decision on this one.
You blew your load for nothing.
Yes.
No, some people do that to avoid it. Harvey, Caddyshack or Clue?
Sadly, I'm voting for Clue, but it's done.
And John.
I still don't want to decide. I'll go Caddyshack, I guess.
All right.
That's so tough.
Boo.
5-2. Caddyshack moves on to the finals of today's episode. I start us off, and we have Back to the Future versus Raiders of the Lost Ark. Back to the Future is 80s throughout the entire thing. Raiders is definitely it's a period piece, so it kind of gets docked on that one. But it's like, if you think of it like in a magazine looking back, a magazine looking back towards the 80s, you have the DeLorean on there, you have Marty on there, you have Doc on there, you have everything else. It is Back to the Future across the board. Liz.
Back to the Future.
John.
Raiders is a 40s look at or an 80s look at the 40s, but I'm going to go Back to the Future.
You realize Back to the Future was the 80s look at the 50s.
Exactly, yeah. It's just 10 years.
Well, and the 80s, and then...
Yeah.
Only in the beginning and end.
Still. It's an 80s child in the 50s, so it's an 80s child look at the 50s, so technically you're looking through the 80s to the 50s, so which is kind of a being John Malkovich type situation. Jackie.
They're both period pieces from another time, so that's not really a valid argument. My best friend and I wanted to be Indiana Jones, and she actually went to college and got an archaeology degree. She became him for a while. I can't not vote for Indiana Jones.
Raiders gets a vote. Jeremy.
Yeah, it's. I think. Fucking fuck you, Freddie. Raiders.
Ooh.
Harvey.
Back to the Future.
With that, takes Raiders out. But Brian, what is your vote?
Back to the Future.
Solid.
In looks like 5-2, which means both of the two finalists are going to be 5-2. Liz starts us off for the third place, and we have Raiders versus Clue.
Clue.
Gets a vote. John.
Clue.
Jackie. Raiders.
sad voice. Jeremy.
Raiders.
Harvey.
Clue.
Brian.
Raiders.
Because of my love for Miss Jackie, because she is a wonderful fucking person.
Going with Clue.
I know that would have been hilarious.
I was about to say that too.
No,
I really was. I was about to say it, but since you ruined my thunder, I'm gonna have to go with Raiders.
Oh, your thunder. Oh.
Raider to get third. Raider, yeah, ready to fuck it up there, John. Speaking of John, John starts us off in the finals. Myself and John are the two people who blew their loads so far. Giggity. And he starts us off. We have Back to the Future versus Caddyshack.
That's another tough one, but I'm going to go with Back to the Future. Love Caddyshack. Love Caddyshack, but Back to the Future so solid.
Jackie, Back to the Future, Caddyshack.
Oh, this one's so hard.
Yeah.
I'll go Back to the Future.
Jeremy?
Fucking Caddyshack. Comedy ain't day.
No, technically Back to the Future is a comedy as well. Harvey?
Not really.
Back to the Future.
Brian?
All right. I'm voting for Back to the Future, though.
Thank you.
Back to the Future.
Get this movie out of here. Jesus. Time. What the hell?
I'll go ahead and vote for Caddyshack in a losing effort on this one, and Liz finishes off.
Back to the Future.
Gets a fifth and final vote, which means it will be moving its first place winner in today's episode. But we have the winner of the entire thing. It comes down to the entire 128 movie bracket from the 80s. I only feel is fitting to have Harvey start this off. And as a bracket master, I'm allowed to do that. So, Harvey, is it Back to the Future or Coming to America?
Well, Age Before Beauty, I guess.
Both of these
Thank
movies, both of these movies are 80s at their best. Coming to America, though, is Black 80s for me, and I relate just a little bit more. So it's Coming to America.
Coming to America gets a vote. Brian.
Hey, let's put the middle-aged white guy right after he gets a heart-filled speech about what that movie meant to him, and then I'll be like,
you haven't blown your load. I mean,
no.
Hey, Brian, he's just doing what the government's been doing for a good 70 years.
Granted, like right now might not be a good time to blow your load either, because having a heart-filled message from a black guy and then blowing your load is not necessarily something you want to attend to.
Oh man, no. You know what? Both movies are great. I saw both in the theater multiple times. But for me, I think Back to the Future is one of those ones. If it's on, same with Coming to America though. But you know what? Back to the Future is just on more. So I'm gonna say I watch Back to the Future more. So I'm gonna go Back to the Future.
It will be getting a vote. Being honest here, and it's definitely on the list, but I have never seen Coming to America all the way through.
Prince Akeem will slap you across the face for that.
Dude.
With his royal penis, probably too, but that's besides the point. I do love Back to the Future though. Like it's one of my all-time favorite movies, and I'm gonna have to go with that one. Liz, Back to the Future, Coming to America.
I'm gonna go with Back to the Future.
Sean,
where are we at?
It doesn't matter. It's pretty much
we're in the finals. That's where we're at.
Well, very specific. Thank you.
We have Back to the Future versus Coming to America.
I mean, like score-wise, 3.
I'm not going to tell you. This is the finals.
Okay. Anyway, I saw Back to the Future in the theater, came home, proceeded to tell my sister the synopsis. Took me 2.5 hours. Longer than the movie. I'm going to go with Back to the Future.
I'm not sure if that says something about the movie or your sister.
Maybe a little bit.
Jackie.
This is another tough one. I'm gonna just.
It's over. I don't think it really.
I know.
I wasn't going to tell her that.
Back to the Future.
Yeah. It's a
And Jeremy, finish us off.
You already did finish off fucking the taste of this fucking podcast. Jesus Christ. That's all I gotta say. Like, damn it. I was hoping the tiebreaker would come down to me because I would totally go Black to the Future and pick Coming to America.
Oh my goodness! Black to the Future, yes, yes.
I would love.
He was waiting.
Love to use that as an episode title.
Oh, Black to the Future. Oh wow! I got to find a way to use that. Well done.
I would love to use it as an episode title, but I can't because it would just give away the end. So
Why would it?
because it's just gonna give away the end to it. It's just
You'd make them think that the other movie won, though.
what Black to the Future. No, because I don't know. Either way, it's 5-2. Back to the Future wins the entire fucking thing. It was a number 1 seed though, so you kind of expect that. That's our show, guys. Liz, where can people find you?
You can find me at Kitty McScratch on all the social media stuff.
John?
You can find me on Bracket Bastards every once in a while, but that's going to be about it.
You are welcome back anytime. I'm pretty sure I sent you the list of all the episodes that we have. So if you ever want on, you have free time, just go ahead and let me know. We have people drop all the time, so it happens. It's Jackie, another frequent flyer of the Bastards Brew.
Hi, I am at J Collins MA, like Massachusetts, and I post my geeky t-shirts every week with the hashtag Geeky Shirt Friday.
I think you had a end gun violence one yesterday.
I did.
Remember right?
National Gun Violence Awareness Day.
There you go. Jeremy.
Well, you can find me basically anywhere on the web by just searching Jeremy Bryant. Or you can go to any of the podcatchers, the YouTubes, and look up Paranormal Normal, Maniacal Music Musings, or you can look up Global Strangeness. Or even this fun podcast of Bracketing with Bastards, you know? It's a fun place to be. You can also find me on Facebook as Paranormal New Normal / Maniacal Music Musings Podcast with the S group. That name needs to change fucking soon. You can find me on Twitter and the Gram as @JuggaloBastard. And then last but not least, the Tiki-Taki as @JuggaloBastard Podcast, where you can check out the newest video, which already has over 1,000 views.
Harvey.
You can find me on Bracket Bastards. You can find me on Love is Black podcast or Men of the Prize podcast. Basically, type in my name, I'll come up somehow.
Pornhub.
No,
Jeremy, the file is too large. It would never save.
That's True. What I call me. I call me the file. All right, thank you. This was great. This was fun. 80s, hooray. Next.
Brian.
Oh, I'm just trying to figure out what like porn innuendo that would be. They call me the file.
Because he said the file was too big. But
ooh, nice. I like that one. All right, guys, if you want to check me out, you can find me on thedailydank.com. Check thedailydank.com and all your social medias. We're there, guys. We have a good time, and we look forward to seeing you on there. If you jump on, say hi. Remind me that you saw me on here, and I'll give you a big shout-out.
Yeah, they call me a movie trailer because I'm always coming soon. I am... I probably should have just thought that and not said it. But I am Freddie Fisher. You can find me that on Facebook. While you're on Facebook, check out Bracket. Once you're on there, you can check out Bracket Bastards, by the way. But I'm also on Bracketology. We have 2 different polls going up every single day. Currently, it is Movie Mustaches and the IMDb Top 65 Movies. Where yesterday, amazingly enough, WALL-E, number 64. Beat out by like 3 votes. Number 1 seed, Shawshank Redemption. Everybody's votes count, guys. Check it out. If you want to get rid of this entire travesty, I did vote for WALL-E just because I honestly thought it was going to be like bigger than that. So there's that. I'm on. We're all on Twitter at Bracket Pod. I'm at I'm at Fisher777 because there's another guy out there that kind of has the same name, so watch out. And on Instagram at Can't Lick Me, not one word. Next week we are doing TV dads. We have 7 great guys. This is an all male podcast next week, so tune in for the hilarity where we start off Men's Mental Health Month the way we do it right. I'll leave this show the same way we are going to leave every single show from now on, and that is with the words from the late, great Jerry Springer, and that is take care of yourself and each other. Have a good week, guys.